beautiful people, I'm Polly from Charming Tabby. Welcome to my crafty little corner, where it is a magical mess of junk journals, cute charm, sparkly embellishments, and all kind of creative experiments. If you're curious how to make those little fun spun cotton pies that are in different colors, as you can see, please stick around and watch the whole video, because it's going to be a blast. Also, subscribe for my channel and watch the rest of my videos, like this one and like the rest of them. Okay, so I've prepared everything that I need for those mini spun cotton pies that I'm going to make right now. The basic things that you need, as you can see, those are templates that I'm going to cover with you. Let me just remove them so that I'll show you what you should have to prepare all those beautiful spun cotton pies that I've prepared as a template here. So you need cotton, like cotton fiber. This one is medical cotton, and I have only medical cotton at home, so I'm using always medical cotton. But if you use, I found out that if you use cotton fiber, your spun cotton figures, ornaments, charms, you can use a lot of synonym words for those ornaments that I'm going to show you. They have more, how should I say, more, the texture outside is more, doesn't have so bumps like this one. I forgot the word in English, I'm really sorry, I can't remember it right now, but they look more beautiful, like not so rough, with edges here and there. If you use cotton fiber, also if you use merino wool, your results are going to be even better. But I've decided to use spun cotton for my spun cotton ornaments. I've decided to use just ordinary, very cheap cotton, medical cotton that you can find anywhere. Also, you need this kind of aluminum foil. Also, you need such paper that you cardboard or paper. I'm using this kind of paper that is very, I think it was 80 grams. So before a couple of years I bought it for my watercolors, but I realized that it's horrible paper and I didn't like it, so I'm using it right now for my, as a base for my spun cotton pies. Also, you need this beautiful glue that I made. It is 1 part glue, 4 or 5 parts water. I didn't use any kind of measurements, so you can make it by eye. So this spun cotton, I mean not spun cotton, I mean this glue is very important for us. And I've prepared one very large brush. I know that this shape probably is not the best shape that you can find and you can use for your spun cotton, but I had to throw away my other, unfortunately, my other brushes because they were very dirty and they were from 10 years or so, so I couldn't use them any longer, so I didn't buy it. But if you have such a brush with this shape, you can use it. Also, as you can see here where it is, okay, I'm going to make something like charms for my junk journals, actually for my main junk journal that I'm making right now. I have a lot of embroideries over it and I'm always thinking when I'm going to finish it. So you're going to need something like jewelry wire or jewelry loops like no, let me just, there they are. Those kind of loops. I've used them for this spun cotton cake here. They look like this. And of course you need tools, jewelry tools, more exactly jewelry wires for your spun cotton cake. And of course a lot of acrylic paints or water paints, watercolor paints. And you will need this kind of facial pad that you're using for removing your makeup or for cleaning something. And I'll explain why I'm using it, because I want to make those beautiful strips here, stripes over my pie. Funny thing, in my country, those pies are not so famous, like apple pie or strawberry pie. So I'm going to watch from the internet one picture of a strawberry pie, the way I want to cover it, because I would like to look more realistic. And I'm going to use watercolors and acrylic paint, so it's up to you if you want to use only acrylic paint or only watercolors. If you put a lot of water in your watercolors, your colors will be more, how should I say, more not so vibrant. They will be more gentle as the colors, but I like vibrant colors, so I'm going to use very vibrant paints. So as you can see, this is actually the filling of my pie filling, and I've prepared those 3 little pies. Where is the third one? I prepared those 3 little pies yesterday because I always leaving my spun cotton ornaments to dry naturally. You can use oven like on 50 degrees, which is, let me check, 50 degrees in Fahrenheit, how it is. Let me just convert it because I don't know. 50 degrees, 50 Celsius, I'm sorry, degree Celsius to Fahrenheit. Oh, okay, let me just show you. This is, okay, I'm speaking for 50 Celsius, and in Fahrenheit it gives me 122 degree Fahrenheit. So if you want to use your oven, you can put it in 122 Fahrenheit or 50 degrees Celsius. But I'm not using them. I've never tried using oven. I'm using my hair dryer if I want to dry something. But usually I'm using 24 hours like time to for my ornaments to dry completely. So it's up to you what you're going to use, but please be careful not to bake them, because I had a friend who is making ornaments, like spun cotton ornaments, and before a couple of days actually, because this is very fresh story, because a couple of days she forgot them and she put them on a very huge temperature in her oven, and they become, actually they start to burn, and she find out that they start burning by the smell in the air. So it was very horrible situation. So if you use your oven, please be careful. So let's get started. I'm going to use for my basic, first I'm going to show you how I made this basic like filling, and then I'm going to make the the crust, actually it's called crust, the crust, and after this I'm going to combine them, and I'm going to use a lot of paints to as I said, a lot of paints to make them beautiful and to cover them. So first I'm going to show you how I made the filling and then the crust. Okay, so for the filling I'm using this punch, circle punch, which is 1 inch and a quarter. So if it has the same punch, use it. If you have such punch in this shape, 1 inch and 1/4, please use it for this pie. And I'm going to use 4 circles. Let me just remove this one because I don't need it anymore. And for the last one, let me see, we will have, yes, I will. Okay, and everything is done and I have to throw it away. So what I'm doing is I'm punching and cutting or punching 4 circles, and I'm going to glue them together. Okay, I'm using water-based glue. I love this glue. And oh, okay, now I'm going to put my foil. Let me just clean everything that is here and there. And I'm just going to take this little part here, put my circle in the center, and just wrap it like this. And now I'm going to take my cotton, medical cotton, and I'm going to, let me just reshape it a little bit because it doesn't fit well. And now I'm taking my cotton and using my big brush. Sometimes my finger sticks with cotton, but this is not a problem. And if you need to shape it a little bit, just use your fingers. And usually I'm leaving it to dry completely, but for now I'm not going to do this. I'm going to show you how I'm... So usually I'm leaving it, as I said, to dry. Imagine that you are going to use it, you're going to leave it for 1 hour outside, especially when you have a lot of sun, and it's going to dry fast. For now I'm not going to do this because I want my clip and video that I'm going to post to be, how should I say, more short. I'm going to use this beautiful red paint, and where is, there it is. I'm going to use this brush, and I'm going to cover it. So this is going to be strawberry pie. I'm covering only the edges. I'm not, as you can see, I'm not covering the back of the filling because I won't be able to see it after I glue it over the crust. And I'm going to put it here for now. And this paint, I'm going to pull it back in my bottle. For now, just remove the excess paint that is on my finger. Okay, and next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I'm going to make the crust. So this is my foil. I'm taking this part here and I'm starting to make little circle like this. Here, and I'm going to put one more like that. Okay, and my pie, actually my basic of the crust of the pie that I'm making is ready. And again, I'm taking cotton, more bigger piece of the cotton. I know that my fingers are dirty and that I'm making the cross in red color, but this is not going to be problem. A little more, like this. Let remove I had hair from my cats. I always have hair of my cats because they're here and there, and all of my hair, continuous hairs of my head of my cats. Just use a little more. Well, the bad part here is when you get glue on your fingers sometimes. The cotton sticks. And I'm going to shape, well, let me just remove this. I'm going to use and shape it better, like this. Okay. And I'm going to leave my crust to dry completely outside. So this was the reason why I prepared those templates. So next thing, unfortunately this one here is very wet, but imagine that I'm just where is my scissors? Oh, unfortunately I have to take my scissors and I'll be back for a second. Okay, I'm really sorry that I kept you waiting. So as I said, I will need this kind of face tampons for facial pads, tampons, pads probably, for my pie, because I want to make those strips here. So I'm going to cut it. Three, I need 6, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay. And what I'm going to do, something very, very, very simple. I'm going to put them here. Like that at first. And now here, I need to put it like this. After this, up, down, up. Now it's down, up, down. Okay, like this. And up, down, okay, up, like this. And I'm going to put it here. Because for me it's much easier to build it away from my spun cotton than over it. And I'm going to use now just to remove it, put it here. Okay, gently. Just put it up. Okay, and just like that. I'm going to leave it to dry completely. Let me just remove it and put it away. And I'm going to leave those two to dry completely on sunlight. So after everything is dried up completely, let me just use a little bit of this cotton and remove the glue. My crust is going to look like this, and I'll need my scissor to remove the excess. And as you can see, it's very hard to cut it. Like that. Okay. So bear in mind that if you want to make, you can leave them without this kind of jewelry, I mean this kind of wire from which you can put them on your journals to hang, but I want to make them and turn them as charms, so I'm going to use this loop. And as you can see, when it's completely dry, it's very hard, which is good, and it's very solid, and you can use this poker to make a hole inside. So where were my yes, those actually they are called pin loops or something like that. They are used for jewelries. And let me take my tool here. Where it is? Okay. I'll hope that I won't leave any kind of red marks. Let me just make a loop here. Okay, so I'm making this loop so it won't get out, and it's going to be more easy that way. And I'm going to do with the last one, which is here, and I'm going to do the same thing and put the same loop. If you don't have such pin loops, I think that they were that was the name of them. You can use jewelry wire and you can do the same thing. Okay. Honestly, I'm really happy that everything is dried up completely, because if it's not, the covers are going to mess here and there. Okay, that's it. As you can see, I'm making one small loop here, and this is my main loop. Like this. Okay. Okay. So next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fillings and I'm going to glue them. And for this I'm going to use my glue. Let me tell you that it's much easier when, as I said, everything is dried out completely. I know that the things when they're dried up are not so flexible, but I think it's better for the construction of the pie. Okay, so I'm going to prepare my covers. Unfortunately, from my acrylic paint that I have, I don't have brown color, which is very, very horrible. because I have to make one. Going to remove those and leave them to dry on the sun, but not right now, after I finished my video. Let me remove the things that I don't need anymore, so I won't be confused. Now I'm going to prepare my color, and before this I'm going to find one real strawberry pie to see how should I color my oh, there it is. It's beautiful color, so I'm going to use it as a template for my pies, because I want them to look more delicious. I won't be needing any more this glue, so I'm going to remove it aside because I don't want to spill it. Okay, so I'm going to start with the yellow paint, acrylic yellow paint. I'm going to use this one here. If you have other different yellow color, use it. And first I'm thinking to cover anything in yellow, like this. And I try to be more careful because I don't want my crust to be in yellow color. And don't worry if they're not covered well with cotton. You can always put acrylic paint over the foil that you can see, and everything is going to be okay. Let me put a little more of the yellow paint because it's finished. Now with the covers, they start to look like pies. Definitely. So I'm going to leave them to dry a little bit, or actually when I think more straightly, I'm going to use my hair dryer and I'll be back because I would like to spin this process of the drying of the paint. Let me just finish this. Okay. Oops. And there they are, and I'm going, as I said, to use a little bit of my hair dryer just for a few minutes just to dry them, and I will be back. Okay, so I dry them, and I hope that, let me just check it. Okay, they are dried. As you can see, there is no paint over my fingers, which is good sign. As I said, unfortunately, I don't have brown acrylic paint. I know that I have to buy, but I'm always forgetting, so I'm going to use orange and blue. Unfortunately, those colors that I'm going to use are very bright, and this is not dark blue, like for example navy blue. It's more like probably baby blue or so. And the orange is much stronger, so when I'm combining them to make this brown paint, it's not going to look so beautiful. But let me just prepare my cheating picture here. Okay, so I'm not quite sure is it going to happen. Let me just use a little bit here and there, and what will happen? A bit of water, and yes, as I said, this brown is not so good as I want to be, because my blue is not so strong, but I'm going to use it anyway. So I'm going to show you on one white paper. Just let me just rip apart one paper here, and I'm going to show you what kind of brown I made. There it is. Oh, it's not so good. If you use much water, there it is. It's not so beautiful brown, but if I use, there it is, if I use a lot of water here, so you can make something like palette, I'm sorry, color palette. Well, this is not the brown usually I like. This brown here is better, but I can't do anything about it, unfortunately. So I'm going to use this brown I'm sorry, this brown color here. It doesn't look so bad. Also, I have the intention to use one of my favorite brown colors, because as you know, there are different browns. I like more sepia looking browns usually. They are my favorite browns. Like brown color, sepia brown color is my favorite one. Also, I like this coffee brown, vintage looking brown, but this one is pretty strange. So as I said, I'm going to use a little bit of watercolor. But it starts to look like, definitely start to look like pie. I'm trying to use a lot of water with this brown. As you can see, let me just move them a little bit to show you what I'm doing. And the last one, okay. I'm going to cover first the back this time. In the end, I have the intention to glaze them, but for this glazing, I'm going to use Mod Podge. I love antique matte. It leaves very beautiful matte, antique matte behind it when you use it. This is one of my favorite. Probably one day I have to buy glossy Mod Podge. I'm sorry for the mistake, glossy one. But for now, I'm going to use this one. Ik heb me heel erg van smaller brush. Okay. There are places that are a lot white, and I don't like this idea. This is the reason why I'm using this little smaller brush. Blah, blah. I'm sorry. I meant brush. Okay. And I'm going to use my favorite colors of brown, but before this, let me just put inside the glue that, not the glue, the paint that I won't need anymore. And my cheating picture went black, as I can see here. Yes, it's very unpleasant to see what I'm doing right now with my fingers, but I don't have, or maybe I do. Let me just remove the paint of my finger. Okay, like this. I'm going to put inside the orange one. I'm toppling aside the bottle because it won't fit inside there. Apparently there is a lot of air in the bottle. Oh, okay, that's unfortunate. I put a little bit of the glue inside. Never mind. And let me just clean my hands with wet towels this time. I took, let me just take them and use one, because I don't have time to go to wash my hands. I'm real sorry that I keep you waiting. Okay, I'm going to remove the paint here. Okay. And now I'm going to use, as I said, my favorite, one of my favorite brown colors. This one is very beautiful, and it's going to look much prettier. To take it out, it's going to be more easy for me to work. And let me just, okay, this is my cheating list. Going to do the same with the other pies. And the last one. And let me just cover them on the back. And I saw a little mistake that apparently I've made, so I'm going to fix it because I noticed it right now. Oops. Okay. Okay, like this is better. I'm going to leave it like that. So I'll be back after use my hairdryer just to dry them a little bit, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to make this glaze, and they are going to be ready. Okay, so I use my hairdryer to dry them a little bit, and this is the final look of them. Just let me cover one part. Actually, I'm going to use this one here. Okay, so next thing that I'm going to use, as I said, I'm going to use this, let me show you, Mod Podge Antique Matte. Where is my brush? I'm going to use a little bit of this here and there so I could cover them. They are going to look in the end very, very beautiful. So this is actually the end of my video. I'm going to leave them to dry, and thank you for joining me for today. I hope that you liked this video. Please subscribe for my channel because this will help me to develop more as an artist, and plus I'm going to make more videos about spun cotton ornaments, spun cotton animals, and of course different kind of junk journal embellishments. So see you in the next video. Bye bye guys.